Cảm ơn quý vị vẫn giữ màn hình bản tin VATV. Để tiếp tục, Bích Phượng xin kính mời quý vị theo dõi chương trình APA On the Hill với phần 1 với buổi phỏng vấn đặc biệt ứng cử viên Hoan Đặng cho Hội đồng quận Montgomery do Nguyễn Quốc Hùng thực hiện.
This is Nguyen Quoc Hung with APA on the Hill, a weekly look at what's hot, what's not, and issues, policies, and events affecting Asian Americans across the United States. This week, we had the pleasure of meeting with candidate Hoan Đặng, who's running for the office of Montgomery County Council, an at-large position. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Hum. Thank you for having me on the show.
And so, what is the Montgomery County Council?
Well, the Montgomery County Council is the local governing body of the county, Montgomery County, Maryland, which is home to over 1.1 million residents. And the council generally is the legislative body.
So is it like a city council, a board of supervisors?
Exactly. It's very similar to the board of supervisor, and it also similar to the city council, except bigger. Mm-hmm. It manages a budget of about $5.5 billion. And so it has, the responsibilities of, schools, roads, local roads, mm-hmm. and zoning.
Okay. Now you said it's 1.8?
Over 1.1 million.
Over 1.1 million. I understand it's a pretty diverse community. And are you a typical person from Montgomery County, or are you considered a stranger to Montgomery County?
Oh yeah, no. I've lived in Montgomery County for over 40 years. My family came to the U.S. as Vietnamese refugees back in 1976, right after the Vietnam War, okay. And so we were fortunate enough to settle in Montgomery County. And so, I went to Montgomery County public schools, which are known as some of the best schools in the country. Okay. And was fortunate enough to benefit from a lot of the government services when we first came, and to help us get back on our feet. So I remember I got free lunch when I was in elementary school. And then, of course, when I got to middle school, it was more like reduced meals. Okay. Right? So, and then by the time I got to high school, we were well along that I had to pay for my own lunch. Okay.
So you would be considered, so I understand Montgomery County is also very diverse. Mm-hmm. So would you consider yourself part of that rich diversity?
Yes, that absolutely. Montgomery County is also one of the most diverse counties in the country. 4 of the top 10 most diverse cities are in Montgomery County. And I consider myself as an Asian American Pacific Islander, which in Montgomery County, we make up about 15% of the population. Montgomery County is known as a minority county, which means that more than 50% of the county are residents from a community of color.
Okay. So with that being said, do you still speak Vietnamese? Anh có nói tiếng Việt được không?
Được. Hoan cũng còn nói tiếng Việt. Tại vì đi sinh hoạt trong cộng đồng Việt Nam.
Okay. And so trong cộng đồng Việt Nam, as part of the Vietnamese American community, I understand that you've also been involved in several nonprofits. Tell us how that enables you to be the better candidate, I presume.
Well, yes. I've been fortunate enough to serve on the board of the Association of Vietnamese Americans, also known as Hội Người gốc Việt, and formerly known as the Maryland Vietnamese Mutual Association. But I've served on the board for the past 20 years now, and half of those as the chair and president. And so, we have served over 25,000 refugees and immigrants, helping them resettle in the area, and then also after they've settled, helping them access government services to help them with, such as apply for Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, supplemental income, SSI, helping them get their kids into school, all kinds of things, referral services.
So let me ask you, so what about your experience qualifies you to be a member of the Montgomery County Council? Well, so, first of all, how many people are running? So that's why. To put into perspective.
Sure. There's going to be about 15 to 20 people running for the Montgomery County Council at-large seats.
Okay.
Now, on the council, we have 9 members.
Okay.
5 of them are what called district members,
Okay.
and they're only voted by those who live in their district.
Okay.
But 4 of the positions are at-large, which is county-wide, so
Okay.
anybody in the county can vote for them.
Okay.
And because next year, there will be 3 open seats.
Next year in 2018.
In 2018,
Okay.
that's correct.
So the election is not this year in 2017, but it's in 2018.
That's correct.
Okay.
The election is in 2018. And so 3 of the members, actually 1 district member as well, have been term limited.
Okay.
The maximum you can serve now is 3 terms.
Okay.
And so because there are actually 3 open seats at large, there'll be a lot of people running.
Okay.
And so they anticipate there'll be at least 15 to 20 people running.
So the goal with 3 open seats with 14 or 15 people is to be one of the top 3.
Exactly. Well, there are actually 4 positions,
4
but there'll be
positions,
1 incumbent.
Okay.
So you want to be one of the top 4.
Okay, so one of the top 4. So what qualifies you? I assume you think you're one of the top 4.
Yes.
So what qualifies you to be one of the top 4?
Well, I think just based on my history of community service,
Okay.
I've been volunteering for the community since I was a Boy Scout.
Okay.
I became an Eagle Scout at age 17,
All
and being in the Boy Scout was what developed my passion for helping people. We, as a Boy Scout, when I became an Eagle Scout, you have to first start out with what they call an Eagle Scout Service Project.
Okay.
This was in high school, but you had to plan it, and then you had to serve as a leader
Okay.
and recruit others
Okay.
to help you build the project. You
Okay.
can't just do it on your own. And the project that I did at the time was to build a picnic area in our neighborhood,
Okay.
so that families can go and enjoy, and do barbecue. But that led to a series of other service projects. For example, I'm also certified by the World Taekwondo Federation
Okay.
as a 3rd-degree black belt
Okay.
instructor. And so, early in my professional career, I was volunteering, and I noticed that there were a lot of at-risk youth who were just kind of hanging out after school and not doing something.
Okay.
So I decided to start a Taekwondo club, to teach them, discipline and the value of hard work
Okay.
through martial arts. And so I did that for about over 10 years, and then that helped keep them off, keep them out of trouble, basically.
Okay.
And then also I've served on the board of the George B. Thomas Senior Learning Academy
Okay.
for over 15 years now.
All right.
And we organize Saturday schools for our students to try to help them improve at their grade level.
Okay.
And we teach them basic tutoring and basic reading and math.
Okay.
But that experience has also given me ideas on how we can improve our school system in Montgomery County.
Okay.
Because
So let's hold on that, and then
Sure.
we'll talk about a little bit more about the issues that you like to do in Montgomery County. So thus far, you grew up in Montgomery County. You were a refugee from Vietnam. You came to Montgomery County. You pretty much lived there. You grew up there. And so now you want to represent Montgomery County with a $1.8 million at-large position. And so what we'll do is we'll take a brief break, and then we'll continue to talk a little bit more about of the issues that you would like to do for Montgomery County. So this is Nguyen Quốc Hùng with APA on the Hill. Today we have the honor of talking to Hoan Đặng, who is a candidate ứng cử viên cho Montgomery County Council. The election is next year in 2018.
Kính thưa quý vị, bản tin VATV do SBTN Washington DC thực hiện đến đây xin tạm ngừng. Kính chúc quý vị có một ngày hạnh phúc bên người thân và gia đình. Bích Phượng xin được kính chào.